Okay, greetings. It is a brew day, okay? We are doing a recipe from this book. I was looking at a little bit of inspiration. I know there's a second book of this actually, and which I haven't got. I'm going to need to get. So the one, I was looking for something that that would have the grains for. I tend to buy all my grains in advance, and then I'll just make something based on that. And I wasn't sure what to make, and as I was looking through, I came across this Red Spider Rye, which is a red rye beer, which is perfect to what we want. So the thing about this is, though, that it says the recipe is for an ABV of 5.5, but there's a picture of the can, and if you look, it says 4.8% on it. So that kind of confused me. And then I didn't really want 5.5 in the first place, so I went for 4.8. And there's quite a lot of Columbus going into this. So it's like start, middle and end, Columbus. Lots of Centennial as well. There's only 2 hops. Basically the hop drops are every like 10 minutes. So yeah, I've kind of taken out some of the Columbus because you'll not be able to taste anything other than Columbus. As much as I love Columbus, that's quite a lot. So yeah, I've taken out some of that, and we've got down to 4.9%, I think it is. Depends what the efficiency of the mash is. I'm still milling my own grains, so it's quite high at the minute. Trying to bottom it out. So yeah, and then we got the bitterness units. 60 IBU for 4.8%. It seems a bit high. So I've got it down to like 46 or 47, something like that. So, which is more in the ballpark of what I want. Other than that, everything else is pretty much the same. Pretty much, I say. This is brewed to 20 litres, but I've put it up to 23 litres, and that's brought the gravity down. So it's the same mouthful, it's just a bit extra water on it. And then the only other thing then is the yeast. But we're going to be using a clean yeast anyway, so it makes no odds really. So yeah, I thought that was curious. Well, it's set for 5.5%, but yet there's literally a picture of the beer on the side, and it says 4.8%. Don't know what's going on there. Grain's still very fine, I have to say. Oh yes, there's like, the recipe said 30 grams of like Carafa 3. That's obviously for colour. So the colour's still quite low. But I put like 50 grams in, but I've only put a couple of handfuls in the actual, maybe half say, in the actual mash here. And the rest is going in just during the sparge. I don't think it's going to be fully red, no, to be fair. Yeah, you see that grain is looking really kind of really fine crush on it. I don't think it's quite as bad as the first time I used it now, but so just need to dial that in. Because it's so fine too, I'm getting like a it's clogging up around the filter on that grandfather there, but it's not blocking it, which is good. But it's noticeable how much it gets through, and it's not getting down into the hole, which is amazing, which is really impressive. Piece of engineering there from grandfather. I just thrown all that in one go. Oh my god. Right, okay. See, I'm distracted. That is the end of the mash. So we did an old school 60-minute mash. We did an old school 10-minute mash out, and that took quite a long time actually. Normally I'm doing 30-40 minute mashes now, but yeah, that was different. That's that. So I've been for a walk, been for a very quick walk. I'm very stiff and sore after yesterday. I'll not go into that, but so that's loosened me up a little bit, which is good. Right. Don't have any of the long foil, the big turkey foil anymore, so I've got like two of the shorter ones stuck together, which is not ideal. So I shall need to put that on the shopping list. Let's put it like that. Looks like there's about 13 litres in here. Something under there. Can you see it now? Maybe it's a little bit too. Probably turns down a little touch. You forgot something, look. Forgot to add the rest of the dark grains. Okay, I'm going to do a mini sparge and put a bit of water in that, and then we'll siphon off the liquid and dump it in now. I think that would probably be the best. In fact, I could probably get the drippings from that out there. Okay, thanks for reminding me. Thanks. Okay, there is what the colour looks like now. It's kind of, it is a bit of an amber colour actually. So that's literally what we're doing. Yep, we really are doing this. So maybe just let that steep. This is a good drag it through the boil pot. It doesn't have a drawstring on it though, or I could have just hung it and left it there. There we are. Can we see this now? Look. There's colour starting to come out now. The question is how much colour will come out and how much of a difference is it going to make to the actual beer. Okay, that is the 50-minute edition. That is 10 grams of Centennial. Okay, 40 minutes, that is more Centennial. Another 10 grams. Okay, that is the first of the Columbus going in, 30 minutes. 20 minutes, that is Columbus, I believe. Okay, 10 minutes, that is Centennial, I think. It's one of the two. Okay, this is the hop stand then. This is 10 grams each of Centennial and Columbus. All about the 10s. Okay, end of the brew day, there we go. We have finished with our 23 litres, and then just look at the colour on that as well too. That's darker than orange, I think. 1040, 246, maybe 1046, 1047, something like that. So it's in and around where it should be, which is good. There is one other issue though, which I've discovered, and that is that I was about to pitch the yeast there, and it's going to be Cali Common, but my stock of Brewfather's wrong, and that's all I have left, and it's like 3.5 grams. So I would normally pitch about 10 grams per 20 litres. So yeah, and the problem with that is that Cross My Leaf have now shut down, so I cannot be able to buy any more of that ever again. What was that? Sorry, they didn't shut down? What? But anyway, so what I'm going to do is going to add some of this yeast to it. So this is the Einstein. I got this brick of lager yeast from Cross My Leaf because I thought they were shutting down. Turns out they're not shutting down. So I'm going to mix it with that. So this is a lager yeast. So when I'm doing lagers, I've done plenty of lagers in the pressure fermenter. I usually start them at 17 and then finish at like 21 or something like that. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pitch this and we're gonna pitch that as well. I'll maybe add a full 10 grams of that. When I have it open, I'm actually gonna probably split it into 100-gram batches, and then we will stick them in the freezer or stick them in the fridge, and they can just sit there forever. As we know that, I don't think is there a best before. Expires April 2026, but with dry yeast, what does that really matter? It means nothing. Anyway, so that's the plan. So yeah, goodbye.